Cold pants. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So Cold Pants is based on a style of music called funk. Funk later turned into a type of hip-hop. The history is quite interesting. What else? James Brown was known for his really high-performance type, crazy tight band setup. He used to sack his whole entire band, swearing and screaming, which sounds exciting. It's arranged by this guy called Luke Aldridge. Cold Pants is a play on one of his other songs called, I forgot what it is. I transcribed it about 20 years ago. But anyway, so it starts with quaver snare drums. F means big and loud. And so it's with a bass 1 and 2 and 3 and a crash bass. That's a minim rest for 2. That's a crotchet rest for 1 crotchet. And then it's a drag. That's drag. Lefty right. Left right. So you could do the right flame or the left flame, doesn't matter. Crash bass, hat. 2 lines or 2 tails means a semi-quaver in any situation. In this case it's a bass drum, so it's in between the second and third hi-hat. Crashed, bass snare, hat, hat, bass snare, hat. And then the same there, so this bar is the same as that bar, is the same as that bar. Then here you got a little flurry, a little kind of snappy fill. 3 and 4 E, hat, open, snare crash. So that snare and that crash is close together. It's the second quaver of the 4 quavers in the 4. 4E, hold it for 2 or for equivalent of 1 quaver, hat, and then you do the same groove again that you started off after the second bar, again, 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 and then open Andy, all on the snare, open Andy, 3E Andy, 4, open Andy, 2E and 3, crash, 4E. So these 2 strokes are the same as that, snare crash, and it happens over and over again for 4E, which is a common theme to this song. And then what do we have? We got the open hats here, crash, open bass snare. So you open, put the bass drum in between the second and third hat, and then you close it with the hat snare. Bass, open bass, snare, close with the hat, hat, hat. Open with the bass, close with the snare, hat. Same again, except you got in between the 4th and the 5th, a ghost snare is indicated as a bracketed snare drum. So you do them soft, so I'll say it. Bass, open, close with snare. Hat, soft, snare. Hat, soft, open with the bass, close with a snare. And then that happens again over here as well. 3 and 4E, which we've already explained here. And then you got this, which is based on that, except you're going around the so from here, 1 snare, snare, tom, tom, floor, bass, snare, crash. I'm pretty sure I did that right. Yeah, I think so. And then you go into this groove onto the right, where you have a snare drum on the second quaver on the 2 end. 1 and snare, snare, right cymbal in the top line. X is in the top line of right cymbals. The 6-pointed thing is a crash. Yeah, that's all clear, isn't it? Bass, snare, bass, crash, ding, snare, snare, bass, snare, crash, and 4E, which is pretty much the same as that, except you're doing it on the ride, and the crashes in this instance. Big crash bass here, so you got 3 crashes in a row, so you got to get them nice and strong. Crash, ding, snare, same groove, bass, snare, bass, crash, bass, right, sorry, snare, bass, crash. Then you hold it for a crotchet. Then you do this drag here, which is 2 little strokes before, just like that is a drag as well, one of the core rudiments. Did a 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 and 4. So you got triplets, quavers, and crotchets, and then crash bass, and then you're sitting on the trombone solo, nice and tight, doing the bracketed snares softer than the fully drawn in snare drums. Bass, snare, snare, in between the 4th and the 5th, snare, bass, snare. So it's similar to this groove that you did in section B, except you're just sitting on the hats. Bass, snare, snare, bass, snare, bass. Developer, I played with my left hand on the hat, so in the develop I just opened up and just did something a little bit more free, but I still stuck to the core groove. So develop means develop this and just do a little bit more, but don't stray from this groove, so keep it in the same style. Here you got a crash bass, hat, snare, bass, hat, crash for a quaver, crash, rest, and 2 with a tom 1 and snare, or high tom snare, rest, and 2 with a bass, and 3 and snare, floor with a bass on the 4E end, going from P to whatever that is, F, P to F, so rest, and 2 and 3 and 4E end. Back to the right cymbal, similar sort of groove, but this time it's a bit louder, whereas before on the right I think it was softer. Anyway, continue similar. I just added a few more bass drums here. Bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, and here you got, and 4E, which is the same as that, and that, and of course that. Into the right, crashed, bass, snare, and then here, bass, snare, in between, right snare, bass, snare, crash, bass, snare, bass, crash. The same as that, except you don't put the bass drums in, only on 1 and 2 and 3, but basically the same. Did a snare, 1 floor, 4, snare, floor, bass, blom, 3 and 4, big and strong. And the outro is section E, which is a bit similar to that groove there. Bass, snare, and then open on the second of each group of 4. 1, open, close, hat, open, close, hat. Continue similar. I opened up again here, bass and snare, crash, nothing too crazy. I did a bit of a fill here, and then crash, snare, floor, crash, and 2, and stop with 3, rest on 4, and yeah, that's how I would explain Cold Pants. It's ready to go. Practice it slow and careful. Of course, join all the bars together after you learn things in isolation. Get the flow, get the groove. Introduce this and this, whatever fills or whatever you're working on, slow and careful, and it will formulate successfully. It always does.